Someone wrote in and said, my partner thinks I'm going to cheat in the future, and he's spending a lot of time talking about it. But the thing is, I haven't done anything that I'm aware of, and I have no intention to cheat. What can I do?
Just cheat on him. Like, get it over with.
Thank
That's the
you.
worst advice ever. Welcome to Worst Advice Week.
This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Worst advice giver ever. This is Cathy Vartuli from the Intimacy Dojo. Self-fulfilling prophecy, sir. Stop saying that to you person there.
So there's a couple of things I can think of you can ask him. One is, what is he afraid of will happen if you cheat? A lot of times people have an unknown, like they don't get specific, and they'll pick something like, you'll cheat, but they don't follow it through. What is going to happen if you cheat on him? It might be that you would love someone else more, or you'd leave him, or something like that. Once you get more, if you dig down a little bit,
you could also just mow your lawn
right outside the door.
Right outside their door whenever they accuse you of that. Now, you keep giving advice. I'm going to close the door. Okay. Go!
So, if you can dig down a little bit more and figure out what the actual experience he fears is, that might help. The other thing is, people will sometimes, when things are going really well, get in their own way. They may be that your relationship isn't really feeling good and comfortable and safe, and he needs some fear so that he can not feel too good. And as silly as that sounds, humans do this to themselves all the time. So by focusing on a problem that's not even there, he can be bringing himself down to a level of comfort and happiness that he's comfortable with.
There's a really great book called One Giant Leap.
No,
Is it One Big Leap?
The Big Leap.
The Big Leap. It's called The Big Leap. And it just talks about abundance issues, like how we unconsciously knock ourselves down a little bit and we'll create things to worry about when things are really great. And it's, in a lot of ways, it's very normal. Like, things are going so well, you start worrying that, you know, the other shoe's going to drop.
A meteor's going to come through the ceiling.
And that's okay. Situations, you know, everything that you said, I'm not saying that this is their situation, but it is interesting, because I've heard of this thing.
Project.
They might be turned on by the idea of you cheating on them.
Or cheating. They could be wanting to cheat.
Ooh. Though that's possible too. Like, again, here's the thing. You don't need to be a psychoanalyst or a therapist for your partner. What you can do is be like, hey, you know, I'm noticing that you're bringing this up. How can I support you in figuring out what's going on for you? Because I haven't cheated on you. And, like, I don't think we should live the rest of our relationship together with you bringing this up all the time. So how can I help you? For you to start to try to psychoanalyze them is not the role you need to play in your intimate relationships. You can encourage them to go get support someplace else. And you will be home for them, cheering them on. And, you know, create, to the extent that you can, a really welcoming, safe space for them to share with you what's going on. And you still don't have to help, other than bear witness and then be like, thank you so much for sharing that. How can I support you in getting support for yourself on this piece?
Yeah. Sometimes other people's reactions have nothing to do with us or what we've done. They could have an old fear or an experience, or their mom cheated,
past relationship,
or dad cheated or something, and that old fear and insecurity may be coming up. Irrespective, you're just the person they're playing the role out with, and knowing that it's if you're not cheating, then it's not really about you, or you may be insecure, feeling insecure. But getting outside help can be really useful, especially if this is going on for a while.
So, and again, like there's lots of different variations of this kind of theme where people are afraid that you're going to leave them, or you're going to fall out of love. Like it's helping them figure out what they need to go work on that. And again, like, this is just my opinion. Don't be the therapist in your relationship. Encourage them to go get counseling and therapy and support, and then you be the cheerleader. Don't you be the coach. That's all I'm going to say.
One final thought is, if he doesn't have a lot of support besides you, if he doesn't have a lot of friends, or you're the person he goes to all the time, that will make if that's already a fear, that's going to make it worse. When we feel like we're relying on one person, it's really scary if they're going to leave. So if you can, encourage or notice that and say, hey, it might be better if we have more friends. Like, it doesn't mean that you have to break up with him or whatever, but just say, like, hey, why don't you invite Bob over for dinner? Without being coachy.
'Cause Bob will never cheat on you. Wow.
I'm just saying.
That's just funny.
Yes, that was funny. But just inviting more people into your life might help that stabilize some too.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool.
We hope this helped.
Yeah. Leave your comments below. Let us know what you think.